welcome back to GameWrights. My name is Dave, and today we're going to be reviewing a small game from GameWrights called Qwixx. Now this is a small package, but it packs quite a punch. It was actually nominated for the Spiel des Jahres back in 2012. So without further ado, let me show you how this family fast, fun dice game is played. But before we do that, as a huge thank you to all of our fans watching today and provided to you by GameWrights, we're going to be doing a question and answer giveaway with this brand new shrink wrapped copy of Qwixx. So stick around till the end of the video and I will give you the question and you give me the answer down in the comments here. Now let's show you how to play. Okay everyone, so now let me show you what comes in the box. And it comes with the rules here. Folds out like so. Pretty easy to grasp. There might be a few things you'll get hung up on, but once you play the game, it's like riding a bike and you just do it. And as GameWrights always does, little advertisement for all their games and something you can send to the mail. So that's the paper, well, other than the scoring pad, and these are double-sided. So longevity of play, and you can just print these out because you're going to need to, as any game, when you play frequently. The other things that come in the box are the dice, just the dice, the color dice here and the white dice. The box here says it's the Mensa Select. It won a competition, so it did win something, which is awesome. And it has the magnetic box here, which is really cool. I like these boxes, though the art has a little more to be desired. I like the German art. It's like a blue box. I'm not sure if it's a magnet box like this, but if I had to choose between a magnet box and the art, I'd probably choose the magnet box because these are really nice. So it holds everything well. Now let me show you how this thing is played. Okay, so before I go over the gameplay, let me show you the sheets and how they're laid out. Two colors on the sheets, the red and the yellow, are going to go to ascending order from 2 to 12, and the green and the blue are going to be 12 descending order. So that adds a cool concept to the game because the gameplay is really dependent on what numbers come up on the colored dice and then the white dice. The other thing on the sheets here is the scoring track. So for every X you put in one column, you're going to score, and the more X's you have, the higher the score. They go from 1X to 1 point, and 12 X's is 78 points, though that's pretty hard to do. And the colors down here are where you're going to put the individual scores for each column. And of course we have a waffle cone versus game vine. So you'll see what waffle cone is later, trust me. So those are the sheets. Now let's show you how to play. So what you're going to do on your turn is basically pick up all the dice and roll them. And you're going to be taking all these numbers and trying to use X's to mark off all these numbers and get your score as high as possible. So if you ever played games like Rolling Japan and the upcoming game Rolling America, it kind of falls along those lines where you're taking dice and trying to X out all these columns here and press your luck, because you might settle for a number and then roll it the next time and wish you didn't, or try to go for it, not X off a number, and then, you know, not roll that for the rest of the game. So it goes as follows. The starting player will roll all of them, and he has the option to put 2 X's down on his turn. He can use the white dice and then one of the white dice and the color dice. So once you use the white dice, every player at the table can use the combined score of the white dice. So if you wanted to mark off a 7 here, which is kind of bad because it's right in the middle, but if you X'd off more, it might be more advantageous, then you would do so. So everyone has that option at the table, even if it's not your turn. The benefit of the start player is they can X off that combination of white dice and then take one of the white dice and combine them together to X off another one. So they don't have, no one has to X off the white numbers, so that's an option. But the starting player has to at least X off the white dice or the combined white dice and color dice. I know I said dice a lot there, but that's basically how the game is played. You'll continue to do this through the whole game, rolling these dice and adding them up, and if you're the start player, having to take at least 1 X on your turn until one of two things happens that ends the game. If you so happen to have 5 X's in any category, you can X off the last number here, being 12 or 2. So you at least have to have 5 X's there, and that locks out a number once you mark off the last number. So you get to mark off the last number, and the benefit, you get another X for locking that dice. So once that dice is locked, it can no longer be rolled. So once 2 dice have been removed from the game, that ends the game. The other way to end the game is, if you can see right here, there are 4 little squares saying -5. If you can't put an X down, or you just simply don't want to, you can X off one of these 4 here and take a -5 points. But once somebody X's off the last, then the 4th one in that category, that also ends the game. So those are the 2 game enders. Then you would add up all your scores and do so. So let me go through 1 or 2 rounds to simply show you how gameplay flows. So let's say it's Waffle Cone's turn. So he's going to roll these here, and he got a 10. So that's a decent number. So you want to try to get X's in there. You might press your luck, but let's say Waffle Cone isn't the gambler. He's going to take the 10 and mark it off in his blue area here. Then he has the option to take one of these dice here and add it to a color dice, which he won't do that one. He can do, let's see, blue 9, which is really nice, so that might have been a good strategy. The other players also have the option to do the white dice. Now, you would do these in order. You always have to do the white dice before the color dice action goes off. So I kind of went out of order, but we would do the white dice, he would do 10, then all the players would have the option to do 10. Let's say GameVine went for 10 in the green. So that is a legal move, and you would keep doing this. He would pass to GameVine, and GameVine would roll them and do the same thing. So he would have a 9 option, and everyone else would have a 9 option, and Waffle Cone isn't going to settle for that. And then he would also get the option of doing, let's see, well, that's not the best thing. Let's say he's not going to do anything, but he could take a 4 in yellow. But he at least did 1 X. That is important. So I will play a few rounds and X off a few of these to show you how the in-game scoring happens. Okay, folks, so I'm going to play the last round out here. I've already rolled the dice, and as you can see, Waffle Cone has locked out the red dice. Once you've locked out a dice, it goes away. So, goes away. So the start player is Waffle Cone, and he's going to start by doing the white dice on the yellow one here, and he locked it out already. So he gets 1 for the 12 and 1 for the lock. That's an extra X if you lock it out. Now this ends the game, and this also ends the opportunity for GameVine to X out 12 anywhere as well, because once you've X'd out a color, you can't X out again, and he can't do red because it's already gone, and he can't do yellow. So he's triggered the end of the game, and now let's add up the scores. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 X's in the column right here is, what is it, 45? And yellow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is 15. Yeah, 1, 2 in the green is only 3 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the blue is right here is 21 points. And you got 1 X on the negative, so you put -5 here. And then you'll add that up. Okay, so Waffle Cone ended up with 79 points. I went ahead and did the scoring here for GameVine. He had 76. And even though he lacked some of the X's where Waffle Cone did well, I mean, GameVine did well in the blue here and made up for it with a big 45 points. So the games are really always tight here is what I like. One of the things I like about Qwixx. So that is how you play Qwixx. Now let's get to my thoughts and what I think of it. Okay, everyone, so that was Qwixx, and as you can see, it's a simple, fast-paced dice game, and nothing more than that in this game. But I do think it's award-worthy. Even though it didn't win the Spiel des Jahres, the charm of this game is that it's so small, simple, and portable. But that might be its hindrance when it comes to winning a top-tier game award like the Spiel. But I think it's worthy of like a family award or a gateway game award, because you can take this game to like a restaurant with you, being portable, or you can take it over to your grandma's house, or people that just don't play modern gaming, and they'll grasp this and they'll get addicted to it, because you'll at least play twice if it's your first time playing, if not more. Because if you lose this game, you only lose by, I think like the span is around 5 points, and you're like, oh, I can get them next time. So you'll want to play again, and the winner is going to be like, oh man, I crushed them, so of course, yeah, let's play again so I can do that, crush you again. So that is the best part about this game, is that it's very versatile. It has a wide range of audience demographic when it comes to playing this game. So as we always do with GameVine, we give each game a letter grade. On this one, I gave it an 82, which is a B-, but that is a great grade for a game like this. So I'm going to be keeping this in my collection, and if people like to play any kind of like Yahtzee game, and that's really one of the games they play often, you can bust out Qwixx here, and I assure you that they're going to like that. So that is pretty much Qwixx in a nutshell. As promised, the Qwixx game. Again, this is provided by GameWrights. Thank you so much, GameWrights, for your support. We really appreciate it here at GameVine. And Qwixx is one of GameVine's favorites. So we're really honored to be doing a giveaway of Qwixx. So the question that I'm going to pose to all the fans out there, the designers of Qwixx, are they A, cousins, B, brothers, or C, not related at all? So please comment in the video below here with your answer. If you are right, I will put you in a hat, and we'll do the drawing in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, whenever we get enough people into the actual hat and the running for the giveaway of Qwixx today. So good luck, and thank you so much for watching GameVine today. My name has been Dave. Well, my name is Dave, and thank you for everything. Have a great rest of your day and all that you play. I'm out.